Hey everyone, it's Mr. Hollywood, and today I am giving what I think are the top 3 worst movies of the decade so far. Now, before I give you what I think are the worst movies of the decade, feel free to share what you think the worst movies of the decade or just your least favorites if that's easier for you down below in the comments. However, let's talk about what I think are the 3 worst movies of the decade. Now, coming in at number 3 is the FNAF movie. I think I've made it clear I was not a fan of it. And for me, that still reigns true. I really did not care for the FNAF movie. I don't think it was well made. I didn't really care for any of the characters. I didn't really care for anything that was going on. Now, obviously, if you're a diehard FNAF fan, you're probably going to enjoy this a lot more than I would, and that's fair enough. As for me, I am not a diehard FNAF fan at all. However, for me, I'm not like a diehard Sonic fan either, and I still like the Sonic movies way more than this movie. So for me, I don't think it's just that I'm not a FNAF fan that I didn't like it. I just don't think it was a well-made movie either. And just remember watching it, being extremely annoyed, being extremely bored. Now, I'm still going to see FNAF 2, and I am curious to see what FNAF 2 has to offer, and maybe this can improve my thoughts on this. As for now, I think the FNAF movie is the 3rd worst movie of the decade. Now, the 2nd worst movie of the decade is Megalopolis. Oh, Megalopolis was so bad. And it was actually the first movie I saw this year. I saw it in theaters. Coppola was there. And look, obviously I have a massive respect for Coppola, the director of The Godfather. However, Megalopolis just completely dropped the ball. Now, I don't think the actors are what was the problem. Like, you had a lot of great actors, like Jon Voight and Adam Driver. And in a lot of ways, they did know what film they were in. But the film overall just did not work. And like, I still don't really know who this film was exactly made for. I mean, I guess I could kind of enjoy it for how bad it is. Like, I think of these 3 movies, it's probably the most enjoyable. But I also remember still being really bored watching it. So for me, this movie was just a complete mess. For me, I just don't think it was well made, and by the end I didn't even really know what the point of the film was. So yeah, Megalopolis for me is the 2nd worst movie of the decade. But for me, the worst movie of the decade is Madame Web. It is as bad as a lot of people have said. Like, usually when someone calls something like the worst of something, usually, but like when I see something having the knowledge how a lot of people don't like it, I still try to walk in with a positive mindset. And look, I still saw Madame Web. I was kind of curious to see how it would turn out. I didn't hate Morbius, by the way. Like, Morbius I thought was like I don't think Morbius was exactly a good movie, but there were things about Morbius I liked. I even liked Venom Let There Be Carnage quite a bit. So I was not completely cynical going in. I was curious. But Madame Web, oh, it was terrible. I really don't understand what the purpose of this was. I don't think the acting was good. I don't think the characters were interesting at all. However, I actually think the worst part of the movie is actually the villain. One of the most one-dimensional villains of all time, who I just thought was just terrible. And even the final battle I thought was just a complete joke, where in the trailer they marketed it as this cool battle, but the battle was just so nonsensical. This movie was just terrible, and it is the worst movies of the 2020s so far. Now, thanks for watching. Feel free to share your least favorite or what you think are the worst movies of the 2020s down below in the comments. And also, I am having my pitcher fan voting for best pitchers of all time, and the submissions are will be announced November 18th for the finalists. So feel free to vote down below in the comments, and I cannot wait to continue my posting streak. Now, thanks for watching, and peace out.